Good morning, dear aspirants. Today's news. US imposes 25% tariff plus penalties on Indian imports. Comes under GS2 international relation. Citing India's continued defense and energy ties with Russia and persistent trade barriers, this comes amid stalled negotiation on many trade deals, growing friction in India and US economic relations. US imposed 25% tariff plus penalty. President Trump criticized India's tariff and non-tariff barriers, calling it economic debt and rising concerns over oil deals. Talks on mini trade deal have stalled. Tariff barriers. Tariff barriers are government-imposed taxes on imports that raises the price of foreign goods to protect domestic industries. A tariff is a tax placed on imported goods. Tariff reduces competitiveness of foreign goods in domestic market. For example, if a country A adds tariff on a toys from countries B, those toys become costlier in country A. Non-tariff barriers. Non-tariff barriers are trade restrictions that use rules, regulations, and procedures instead of direct taxes to limit the imports. Regulatory barriers. Procedural barriers where the custom or paperwork complicated procedures can delay or discourage the imports. ISRO successfully launched the NISAR satellite, comes under GS3, Science and Technology. Developed by NASA and ISRO, NISAR is the world's first dual frequency Earth observation radar satellite, aimed at enhancing global environment monitoring and disaster management. Launch GSLV F-16 launched the NASA ISRO NISAR satellite into sun-synchronous orbit on July 30. Technology NISAR combines NASA's L-band and ISRO's S-band radars. Application it will monitor Earth processes such as glacier flow, urban subsidence, land use, or biomass change. Data collection. The satellite offers 12-day revisit cycle with a high spatial and temporal resolution. L-band synthetic aperture radar developed by NASA Jet Propulsion Laboratory operates wavelength of approximately 25 centimeter. Designed to penetrate through vegetation and surface material. Transforming early childhood care and education comes under GS2. National Education Policy 2020 is reshaping India's early childhood care and education system by integrating preschool classes into government schools. Policy Framework NEP 2020 mandates universalization of ECCE by 2030, targeting children aged 3 to 6. Infrastructure implementation, shifting trends, rising preferences for schools over Anganwadis is triggering migration of 4 to 6 year old. National Education Policy 2020. The new education policy is the first education policy of 21st century in India, which replaces previous national policy. Development by Ministry of Education formed a committee under Dr. K. Kasturi Rangan, which outlined the new policy. Pillars. Five pillars of national education policy were access, equity, quality, affordability, and accountability. Why the world needs better green technologies comes under GST, Science and Technology. As countries scale up renewable energy to meet climate goal, concerns rise over long-term sustainability and the efficiency of silicon-based solar panels in delivering clean energy and enabling green hydrogen technologies. Current challenges were silicon photovoltaic dominate the solar power but have low efficiency. New technologies like gallium arsenide thin films have achieved 47% efficiency in lab. India produces 6 gigawatt of silicon cells, but efficiency gaps limit progress towards decarbonization. Artificial photosynthesis and renewable fuels on non-biological origin offer promising alternatives. Artificial photosynthesis can aid mitigate efforts of emission made by use of fossil fuels. Solar energy capture is artificial photosynthesis harnesses solar energy. Oxygen generation. Carbon dioxide conversion converts captured carbon dioxide to carbon monoxide using photosynthesis. Fuel production, which can use as fuel for internal combustion engines. These are applications and benefits. Please practice this mark question. Thank you.